Welcome back to the channel. Wes Richardson, Unfiltered. Today we are making homemade marinara sauce, the spaghetti sauce. So anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a cook. This sounds complicated. It's actually very easy to do. So let me show you the ingredients. You're gonna need two big tomatoes. You're gonna need 6 to 9 cloves of garlic cloves. You don't have to use jalapeno peppers, but I like mine spicy. Also, here in North Carolina, we're going through a snowstorm and everybody's buying toilet paper and bell peppers for some reason. So you do need some bell peppers, 1 or 2 bell peppers, 2 should be good. The store was out, so I'm just gonna do with what I got. Recipe calls for 1 big onion. You can use red or white. I like onion, so I'm doing 2. And then about 2 pounds of roma tomatoes. These are the meat potatoes of the recipe. You'll need some olive oil, salt, pepper, some basil, and you don't have to, but I like to throw in a little crushed red pepper. So basically what we're gonna do, I'm gonna chop all this up and I'm gonna put it on a pan and I'm gonna roast it for 30 to 40 minutes. After it's roasted, we just put it in a blender. Throw in your meat and you're good to go. So let's start chopping everything up. It's a new channel, everybody. Please push that little subscribe button for me. Let's cook some spaghetti sauce. All right, let's start chopping some stuff up. Everybody knows how to chop stuff up, right? What I like to do with the smaller tomatoes is just cut them in half and try to get them facing up like this on the pan. You kind of have to lean them on each other like that. You know, bear with me. This is only my second how to cook video. If anybody knows me knows that I can cook, but I don't like standing in the kitchen for 3 hours. I'd rather be fishing. But anyway, so cut them in half and then try to get them up or point them up with the cut end up. If you Google other people that are making homemade marinara sauce, you'll see them peel the skins off. I don't do that. I do not do that. If you want to do that, go ahead, like after they're roasted. But I do not do it. I'm so out of my, the screen will no longer, I'm so out of my comfort zone right now. I'm much more comfortable in the water, like fishing and showing you how to fish or catching fish, or sitting upstairs in my office behind the screen where everything's controlled. This is different. You can't see it. I got a YouTube light. I've pulled the chew toys away from the dogs so they're not smacking. Got to get the mic set. It's stressful. Maybe it'll get easier after a few of these. But anyway, got my tomatoes cut halfway up. I think you can see it from there. I'm not going to zoom in. Let's do our regular tomatoes. With the regular tomato, I'm just going to cut my my stem out here. This is like an industrial knife for like a restaurant. My dad used to have a barbecue restaurant. This is all we had in the kitchen. I don't know where it came from, but I like it. And with these, usually what I do is just cut them in half and then try to have them pointing up, the cut end up. And you'll see you'll start running out of room here in a minute. So cut end up, you can't see it. There you go. All right, next I'm gonna do the cloves of garlic. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do the jalapeños first. And so usually what I do is just cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and then cut it in half. Then I'm just gonna scrape out the inside. Usually a butter knife helps you. Just scrape out some of that white part of the jalapeno. You can leave the seeds if you want. And again, cut side up. Can you see my jalapenos? Cut side up. All right, I'm gonna try these garlic cloves things. If there's any professional chefs out there that knows an easier way of doing this, let me know. But usually what I do is just lay it down and I take like a flat, like this is a cleaver thing that we never use. And I just put it on there and smash. Oh! I'm gonna save these for the end. I like to just kind of have them scattered around, like in between the cracks and stuff of the tomatoes. The recipe calls for, I think it says 6 to 9. We're gonna do 9. All right, I got my garlic done. These are supposed to be easy meals. To get this paper off this stuff was a real pain in the ass. If anybody out there knows an easier way of getting this stuff off, just let me know. It almost made me wish I would have just got a can of homemade or store-bought, but what am I talking about? Anyway, if you know an easy trick for getting that off, please let me know. So let's do our onion. I'm sure somebody's going to tell me I'm doing your onion wrong, but anyway, peel it, and then what you want to do is quarter it. Quarter the onion. And you want to lay it in the pan up like this. I'm going to take a layer off here. Just quarter your onion and lay it upwards, like you so. I think I mentioned earlier, the recipe only calls for 1 onion, but we like onions, so 2 should be fine. Also, the store was out of bell peppers, so maybe this will help. Oh, my eyes are starting to water. Okay, I got everything cut up. All right, so now I'm just going to take my garlic and just kind of throw it in random spots in between the cracks. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on just a little bit. I'll put all the ingredients in the description of the video. I just like to eyeball it. I'm probably putting too much. Whoa! Yeah, that was too much. Here, let's just, oh, there we go. Oh! Yeah, that was too much. Come on. I'm sure there's a better way of doing that. There's your olive oil. Now we'll just do some salt and pepper. Oh, man. Here's my pepper. I'll put the link in the description for where I got these on Amazon. I got tired of turning the thing. All right, now I'm gonna add some, am I still going? Yeah. I'm gonna add some crushed red pepper here. Again, you don't have to use this. I like my spaghetti a little spicy. If y'all saw me crouching down anyway. Yeah, that's probably too much already on that side. I think we're good. Yeah. I think that's it for now. All right, so I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And usually, you just open it up and look at the tomatoes and you can tell. Excuse me, they're done. You want everything brown, you want some color on everything, but about 30 to 40 minutes on 400 degrees should be fine. All right, let's see what she looked like. I cut myself on my blender blade while the veggies were roasting. Nom nom. Okay, mic check, mic check. Okay, with the roasting, I would, so 400 degrees, 34 minutes was not long enough. So I would bump it up to 450 for about 40, 45 minutes. Also, I noticed the big tomatoes, because I only cut them in half, they didn't cook or roast as well as some of the other ones. I would recommend quartering the big tomatoes. So, so I'm just gonna put it in the blender. I don't have, there's no really good way of doing this. I would say just try to mix everything up. Don't put the same things in at once, right? But yeah. Now I'll tell you, I made a mistake doing this. Like the second time I did it, I blended it too much. So just be super reserved with your blending. The second time I made it, it was like a soup. And it tasted okay, but it was just weird. You know, it was just, I didn't like the texture. So we'll put it all in and we'll start blending. You know, the first time I made this, I didn't realize it, and I was right in the middle of it, and then realized that I don't have a blender, and I couldn't stop cooking. I was right in the middle of it, so we ended up door dashing a blender. Can you believe that? Can you imagine what the door dasher was thinking? Look at these lazy idiots door dashing a blender. Got to do what you got to do. And it wasn't a cheap blender either. Anyway, we got everything in the blender. We are all set. So I think I'd mentioned earlier basil. So just sprinkle a little bit of basil in there. Folks, I tell you, less is a good thing. The second time I made this, I put just way too much. I think I put basil and parsley, and then that seems like that's all you can taste. So I'm just put a little bit of basil and then a little bit of Italian seasoning, and that's it. You don't want to take away from the flavor of the tomatoes and stuff. And then again, what I mentioned, when you blend it, just take your time. Do not overdo it, because it'll turn into like soup and it'll be disgusting. Let's get to blending. I mean, I've only pushed it like 6 times and it looks like it's almost done. I like mine chunky. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe just a little more. I don't know. It looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that consistency there. See how it's chunky? So you see it didn't take much at all. I think I'm gonna push that blend button maybe one more time. And that's it. Maybe one more. Yep, stopping there. All right, that's it. Look at that. Huh. Can you see it? That's it. So now I got to do is brown my meat and boil my noodles. So I'm not ready for dinner yet. It's only 4 o'clock, so I'll do that later. I'm just going to let this sit on low until dinner's ready. Let all those flavors kind of mix together and this and that. So I'll show you the final product with some meat and some noodles here in a minute. 2 pounds or 3 pounds of gluten-free beef spaghetti. Oh, shit. Oh. Then our sauce is back here. What's the problem? We're adding the meat. 3 pounds of gluten-free beef. Come on. All right, a little too much meat, but you get the idea. I just tasted it and it is delicious. Oh man, look at that. Look at it. There she is. Homemade, homemade. Wow. There she is. Homemade marinara sauce, AKA spaghetti sauce. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's good. I hope it helps somebody. Again, new channel. If you could, please do me a favor and push that subscribe button for me. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. See you next time.